Hey Amir, I am trying to get chat working. Well, their chat is so mid-luck. I will make it better. And I have tweaked subtitles. Very scuffed. But it is my stream, so of course it will be. I'm doing it from my OBS tab. But it is the best I can do right now. I'm going to try and set up some more professional setup for the stream soon. Have the right back screens. Have starting and end screens. Have proper chat, and my text stuff, and other things. I still need to make a special role for people who support the stream, so I can do that on Discord for you. Okay, the text is so much better. I'm going to test out this to see if it automatically moves, so I'm just text. It does. Okay, that means I can make the box bigger. So now with this size it should be able to fit anything I type into it. Okay, that works super well now. I just have to work on other scenes and make stuff more organized. I can try. What does this look like? What about that? It looks good, I think. Test. Test. Hey Scipio. Honestly, this text on the screen is so difficult to use. I think this is the best I can do until I change all text to purple with black outline. Is it at least readable? Yeah, it looks alright to me too. Sort of. I want to try this. Test. I don't think I can make it not blurry without it covering the screen. This is so difficult to use. Because it isn't like other ones, this has a specific way I add it. But it is so convoluted. I don't know, I will try to fix stuff later. I will have to do a lot of testing.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye. Ad Astra at
Hello, demon. I think I will do this then story. Hello, Brash. I have made some upgrades to the stream that are very scuffed. I will try to do more work on it later. Do I have to fight those things for it?
Bring it!
Do you try to stick to English? I will not understand other languages.
I'm keeping a lookout. Don't worry, there's no ambush.
I used to know a bit of German and a good bit of Russian, but I have forgotten them due to bad memory. I killed this before, but I feel like I'm going to get wrecked.
Let's go, Tomato. All right. Let's spark things up. Yield. Flee. Yield. Hear my prayer. I wasn't cut out for this.
Hey dragon. Yeah, I don't think I remember how to do this lol. I need to kill this thing at some point. I need it for her. Yeah, if you are up for it, dragon. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I really just need to get to the last zone I don't have, so I will try to go for that today.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous.
You know,
Paimon
I was
thinks
having a
that
pretty
her
good
take
day.
on Ningguang is
Then
quite
payment
different from
happened.
Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions. Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It
Also,
doesn't
chat, make
surprise me
sure
the
I
least.
hydrate.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need need to get for the rite of parting in Diwa
She would be a
Marsh?
bandit.
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Eugene Terrace have some? Even Chingsa Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No, those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh
I
used
like
to be
money.
full of
You
glaze
have
lilies.
money.
It is a
I
sort
have a
of
gun.
joyful flower.
Why don't
that
we make a
listens to
deal?
human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild.
The
Wild
secret
glaze lilies
ingredient
have
is
the
crime.
strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers. That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing?
Dragon, I feel like you would be a bandit. I don't know why, just a feeling.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
I will bash your head in with a rock payman. Screw star signs. What stalker faction are you?
It's time to sing, whenever you're ready.
Wait, I have the perfect image somewhere. Hello, King. I have to go past the hundreds of bitches of my Komioshi. Hey, Key. One found the picture. I'm putting it in the Discord. What side are you on, LOL?
Da 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 da.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock. Too easy. Hear the echoes of the valley. Next customer. Tacky. Delicate as silk. You? Do your worst.
Those weren't glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
I love zone bad zone good money good. My only issue with the picture is that there should also be radiation rock
This little
good.
monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's her face? Paimon can't remember.
That here's the image. What side are you on?
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would
I
have
can
been
see
better if
that.
you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Oh,
I
well,
think my
I met you
uniform
at that
and law
time
give
as an
away which
emissary
faction
of the
I am.
Genshin. But now I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite alright. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard.
I find it funny that I have been listening to the same song through the whole stream yesterday, and now this stream. Hey Arnie.
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago. Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day. Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself.
Horns
Here,
are for a reason.
you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Wait, no.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did.
I forgot I
know
have
this tradition
horns.
well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue back
Nope.
to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Ganyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting
Luckily,
end
no
to our
one
tasks,
noticed that.
in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now. Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened. We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
I could just kill them all. Would it really be so bad?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo-Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed
Wait,
that
so
in these
there is gonna
tumultuous
be a
times,
war.
the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance? Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse? Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Bring it!
Oh, I didn't realize it was that far away, haha.
The golden house? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing. Oh, so it's a trap! Tricky, tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a close
Hello,
look,
Luna.
right? Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream. Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
Thank you, Yuki. This is 100% a boss arena.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Oh no. A dude. Anyways.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
Is this guy gonna fight me? Cause I have bad news for him if yes. Bye, Luna.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed.
Oh no,
I mean,
anyways.
if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure. and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you.
Oh no,
The battle.
I have to fight him now. That's awful.
So you're the type that goes
Awful.
looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing
Bro
blades
is yapping.
with strong opponents.
We won't let
Yawn.
what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Do it like this! So quick to flee.
Next customer!
How unbecoming. Celestial Voyager!
My clothes are ruined! Lend me a hand.
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Ha! Good. No wonder Signora was so wary.
He has phases. That is cool. Unfortunate for him. Okay, time to end him.
Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Delicate as silk.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
Bro, I hate these kind of battles. I just dunked on his house and now I'm losing.
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Yeah, that is why I don't like Genshin. Your character is basically worthless.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
Yeah, exactly. And other battles where you do all the work, then some random dude comes in and does shit like you didn't even do anything.
Information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose. No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now. Don't make me take it from you.
Take it?
Letting brave names echo! Yield! Drop the color! Scatter! Next customer!
You're a cut above.
Look! Child's back to normal again!
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more
I would have
carefully,
just killed him here,
you never had any
but of
chance
course I
beating me
can't.
to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you! We didn't take it!
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because you're a loser, buddy.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end.
Like we are
force
really
still
just going
beckons.
to ignore that he
Given
tried
that
to
the
kill
Gnosis
us and
wasn't
become
taken by
evil.
anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak.
We are going to just ignore this dude.
Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
So what are
Okay,
you planning
cool.
to do?
Yeah, game,
I
cool.
will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
A god?
Osile, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue
Yap,
Harbor,
yap, 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 yap,
defenseless
shut up.
without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now.
Bro, why are we
Fatui
not just killing this
researching
frick?
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
Bro, I would have ripped him limb from limb by this point.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost
My
its
character
deity
and
be swallowed
Payman
up by an
actively
ancient
keep
malice
making
once
things
more?
worse.
If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we
This has
wouldn't
really
have
led
known
me
which
to
way
not
go.
care about anyone in this game, if I am
Maybe
honest.
good time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adept guy. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Chising. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how
Hello,
do you plan
Ron.
to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years
Just rip its
ago
limbs
with
off.
enemies like that thing?
Come on, let me at
Scary.
it.
So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
Bro, just let me at it.
But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly
Welcome to
could.
the stream.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can
Like
lend their
literally
strength
just
to
give me
man
a
it.
gun and let me at
We
it.
haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
You're in for a little shock.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Do your worst! I am the cutting edge of fashion! Bring it!
We
to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is potential energy. That light from your body. It's like the tiny giant cars. Whoa! It's Madam Pink's shockwave. This granny's really strong.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight.
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use that now.
Bring it.
Put your back into it.
I am the cutting edge of fashion. Yes. Hear the echoes of the valley. Delicate as silk. Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Bring it.
Let engraved names echo!
Delicate as silk. Hear the echoes of the valley. I am the cutting edge of fashion. Bring it.
Let's spark things up a little.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this monarch, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Delicate as silk.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Okay, hi Crestalum. Hello JS7.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
There. Just let me at the thing.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Dang, I finally did something.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a
They are
small
really
room,
letting a bird talk
but
to them
with
like that.
continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One
I'm
doubts
just
you
listening
fit
to
be
music
part
and
of
all
such
you
a
guys can
lineage.
see is my head wiggling and there is just silence,
Rex Lapis
haha.
appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearn to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts
I
of
can't
both,
play the music
and
on
that
stream.
nothing good would come of it.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I'm not gonna let some forest creatures
I
talk to me like
apologize for
this.
appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might
It is
be.
metal.
Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite
If
the
they keep
predicament.
speaking to me like this, I will turn them into dinner.
All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for
Okay,
protecting
not for
me,
real though, the
Harbor.
band is the
Please
coolest
come
looking
visit us
band
for the
ever.
next lantern ride.
Hey Jasper.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection, but it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
I
Seeing
have
the
just
port
been
around us
listening
now,
to it
is
on
hard
loop,
not
haha.
to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out.
There is water right there.
But
I want
we
to
were
drown
able
her.
to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too?
Do you think they would mind if I just held her down in the water for a few minutes?
But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui?
I can still try to drown her.
Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Okay, so like, why don't we just kill the Fatui?
New stock at Siegel Antiques? Bad news for my purse.
What should I put in my letter?
It is a really simple solution.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child.
The
Besides,
fastest method
you
of
happy that you got
de-escalation
to
is
skip
extreme
the
violence.
formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Dude, so much would be solved by just killing all the Fatui in this room. I'm just saying, yes is the answer to the question of violence. It solves all the problems except the cleaning bill.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
There is a reason I can't be the protagonist of this. Because every Fatui in the room would already be dead.
No, don't let her get to you! You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle. So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map.
When in stressful situations, I kill the other person as fast as possible.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all.
Okay, this is why I don't like this game. Stop yapping and just kill them. Hello,
The real
Theo.
deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis.
Give me a gun and let me at them. Yes, mute.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee.
Okay, so I kill him too.
Is solid as stone.
It solves all the problems.
How sanctimonious.
There. Wait, so if this guy is the god, then the god is not a MILF. I will kill the god then. No loss. You didn't.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Hello, bang bruh.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know,
So this guy literally
I've dwelt
faked his
upon
death,
this world for more
and
than
then got us to get
6,000
everything
years.
to give him a funeral.
It is now
Bro, what the
3,700
frick?
years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand
Give me a gun or
whirlpools
sword and let me
erode
at
with the
them.
passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began
That
to
I could drown
consider
them instead.
relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
I mean, I'm chill with sparing the god dude, but the other lady talks to me very rude. And the other
Indeed,
guy
I
tried to
was.
kill me.
The gnosis
So they all
which I
die
had kept
violently.
for so many years suddenly... That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when
Okay,
faced
why
with
is
the
she
death of
still
its
breathing?
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler.
Okay, yeah, hearts and minds, but like, why is the Fatui still alive?
There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all!
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would
Shut
be more
up, wimp.
appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting
We are
in the
really
hands of
ignoring
the
that he tried to
Geo-Archon,
kill me.
Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight? Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, Don't always call it as you see it.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter.
Haven't you heard?
We should
Shut up.
return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll
Like
meet you
man,
there
I will
later.
rip you limb from
I'm
limb.
not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Make him swim back.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
No. I want to leave this place. This was cringe.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it.
And so,
My agreement with the
what do I get
Cryo-Archon
from
will be
all
the
this?
last of my contracts
I'm
as
going to
the
guess nothing of
Geo-Archon.
worth.
My contract to end all contracts. As
Bro,
for the
my
bargaining
character
chip
is a
that the
plank.
Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
You can't even call her a character. She has less character than an NPC.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Just let me leave this place. I do not like quests in this game.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
One thing I do like about this game though is you can take out some boss fights way under-leveled if you can perfect
Through
dodge.
with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything. There's only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
The Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious.
I do
Who
think the
knows what those
cutscenes
greedy,
kind of
crooked
suck though.
folks-
At least in my
Lower your
opinion.
voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Like it is one of those games that is like, oh, you did well. No, you actually didn't. Oh, you fought the entire boss. Now some random plant shows up and kills it.
Hear ye all, the Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not, and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
The game is fun, but I really don't enjoy doing a lot of the
The
quests.
translation on what the Qixing's announcement. So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli
I
said
don't care,
that neither
Payman.
they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did
I really
Zhongli
don't.
tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands? Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
I think they are too long for the fact that your character has less character than a plank of wood and you get just about nothing for the quest.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
It is actually putting me to sleep.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream,
I am
we
going to
must
get
learn
water.
to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
What the frick she talks? About frickin' time.
We should, take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
Why, you. Were you just trying to look cool earlier, or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more right? If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand
I can
inside
think of so
Shinya
many
kiosk.
ways I can kill Payman just right in this area.
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
I may have mental problems.
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon, so I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma,
There is not a
people
single
call her
thought
the
between
Raiden
my
Shogun.
character's eyes.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an
Just
order
let
to
me go
seize
to that
all
place or
visions
my
within
monolith. Why am I
Inazuma's
still
borders,
here?
and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, all right then, was there anything else you wish to know? Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Just let me go thee. It only gave me 30. I love this game. It is a great game. I have nothing bad to say about this game. Otherwise my phone that was made in China will explode. Not a single problem with this game. Please don't blow me up, phone. I swear to Monolith, just let me get to the next place.
I have gathered everyone here today to make an important announcement. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already. I am, in fact, planning to rebuild the Jade Chamber.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? That's a huge project! So the rumors are true. No wonder the price of building materials has gone up so much lately.
The Jade Chamber means a lot to Lady Ningguang. Getting involved in this would be a huge opportunity.
Lady Ningguang, is there any way we can be of service?
Patience. Since the news made it out a few days ago, I have already had many people contacting me to declare an interest in joining the project. Nevertheless, I do have a few matters I should like to entrust to you here today. The building site has been chosen, and most of the materials have been assembled. 3 key items are, however, still outstanding. They are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
I need to keep my social credit up, otherwise I will no longer be of use to promote Chinese games and I will explode.
I've never even heard of those other 2.
Only sufficiently large pieces of plastrite, or specifically, vermilionite, may earn themselves the Sunset moniker. This stone is what allows the Jade Chamber to float. Wonder cores, meanwhile, are the central components of the mechanical structure of the Jade Chamber. Adepti sigils serve as a means of integrating the mechanical devices with Adepti art. They are as indispensable as the mechanical core itself. Although these 3 items are rare, I trust that with your connections and capabilities, procuring them
Hello,
will not be a
Katsune.
question of if, but of when. I take the saying, time is money, more seriously than most. Efficiency is everything. I will pay a generous price for the materials that you find. And in addition, the first 3 people who collect all the materials will have the opportunity to ask me a question. You may ask me anything, and I will give you an honest answer. I
When you
trust
are
that
in a
this means
yapping
of
battle
compensation
and your
will lead to
opponent is
everyone's
anyone in
satisfaction.
this game,
These things won't be easy to get hold of. But if it means a chance to get some inside information on Liyue Harbor's development plan for next year,
Then it's the deal of a lifetime. Information from Lady Ningguang is priceless. Whoever gets to it first takes the market.
Haha, what a coincidence!
thank you for
I won't divulge too much,
277
but I heard
subs.
some murmurings about some plot strike just the other day. So excuse me all, but I have some business to do.
no. We better move quickly, or this opportunity will be snatched away from us.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This is a huge deal! Let's get involved!
No, let's not.
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think?
Let's go to the other place.
Interested?
Please. Let me leave. Leave this place. I want to level up characters. Free me from this suffering.
Yes. Providing the question pertains to something I am knowledgeable about.
Really? Ooh, then Paimon will ask you about how to run a business! Then we'll never be short of Mora ever again!
Of course. But how much information I share with you will depend on your performance. The construction of the Jade Chamber requires
I will
a
ask her
great
where I
deal
can
of
go that no
space.
one will say
The
me murder
abandoned mine
Paimon.
outside the Golden House has been selected as the building site. Once you have collected the materials, please take them there. I have other business to attend to now. Otherwise, I would gladly escort you to the site in person. When you do arrive, please seek out my secretary.
Bro, she is just like, oh,
Remember,
for information you
this
have
is
to
a
work
race
for it.
against the clock.
I just helped
A
you
rare
save this
opportunity
place, you
presents
freak.
itself to you. Do not let somebody else snatch it from your grasp.
Ningguang seems super busy. Come on, we'd better get going. First, we gotta get out of Eugene Terrace. Huh? Look! It seems like there's something kind of fishy going on over there.
Ma'am, you seem like an eminent and distinguished young lady to me. I can see that you're easily gonna win this procurement contest Lady Ningguang has set up. As it happens, we have some information about the materials that I really think might interest you. Come on, let's find somewhere a little more private, and we can get down to brass tacks.
No, I don't need it.
Don't be like that. Hey, come on! Don't go! Why don't you stand there after her? Oh, right, yeah.
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful information! Information's just what we need right now. Let's follow them and see what we can find out.
How many more hours will it take for me to get to the next area?
Huh, they're not here.
Well, will you look at that, ma'am? Nowhere left to run. Don't worry, we're not bad guys. You give us some mora, we give you a little info. Everybody's a winner.
Boss, I got a bad feeling about this. Look at her, the white hair, the energy she gives off. I'm telling you, there's something different about her.
So what? She's loaded. How are we ever going to repay those gambling debts if we just let money walk away from us, huh?
Can I just kill them already?
I don't need your information. If you still can't grasp that, I'm happy to repeat it in a way that won't be so easy to forget.
Come on, ma'am. You seem like an intelligent lady. I shouldn't have to spell this out to you. It's not about whether you need the info or not, okay? It's about you taking out your money and handing it over and nobody getting hurt.
I won't...
No more excuses! I know you have money. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you. Strolling into Leo Lee Pavilion, ordering a table full of food, and only taking a few bites. Then seen you at kiosk.
Dude, I have a sword. Just give me like a minute.
Same story each time. You order all the signature dishes, take a few bites, then you're on your way again. How could you afford to be so wasteful if you weren't from a rich family? And since you're so rich, what's the loss to you in giving us a little spare change, huh?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone in Liyue Harbor.
Violence solves problems faster than any other method.
Perhaps... yes. Let's call it fate.
Boss, I'm telling you, something's not right.
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal. If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
Millilith? What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do this? You ought to mind your own business. I swear!
Silence! How dare you threaten innocent civilians? You're coming with us.
No, don't be angry, sir.
Oh, I water.
Let me explain.
Bro got the OI water vibes.
Shenhe.
Shenhe?
My name.
Oh, so your name's Shenhe. Paimon's name is... well, Paimon. And this is Paimon's travel buddy.
Oh, I've heard about you two before. Thank you for helping to defuse the situation. I could have dealt with it myself, though. I suspect smashing his head against the ground a handful of times is all it would have taken to get him to surrender.
You can't do that. That's way too violent. This is Liyue.
Would you be willing to distract the guards while I drown Paimon?
Laws.
Or smash her head into the ground, or light her on fire, or curb stomp her, or anything else.
No, apparently not.
Really? So how exactly have you...
You only break the law
That
if
would be my
someone
stomach
catches
growling.
you.
I haven't eaten enough.
She's so honest. Wait, that's right. They said you went around all the restaurants ordering this and that and the other, but only took a small bite of each dish. Then of course you're still hungry. So, anything in particular you're hungry for?
Chingson, glaze lily, violet grass. These are my usuals.
I am hungry for Paimon. I am a cannibal. Bro, what is she, a grazing animal?
Medicinal herbs?
Kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Booba Pharmacy's not far away. Let's take Shenhe there for a big medicinal meal. After all, you can't work on an empty stomach. Psst. Do you think Shenhe might be an Adeptus? It seems like it's her first time in Liyue Harbor, and she doesn't seem to get how things work.
I can never take that place seriously until it is not named Boo Boo. Hey Nana.
Where does she fit in with the other Adepti, though? Paimon's super curious.
I potted plant on the
No,
boat
I
this
mean
time.
if we get rid of payment, it will help no matter what.
Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it.
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Ginseng, glaze lily, and violet grass, please. Half a pound of each.
What kind of prescription is this? Sounds more like a lunch order.
Where is Kiki?
Here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Who is this man?
Thank you.
And what has he done with Kiki?
Really eating them!
My hunger has now abated. Thank you.
What the monolith is this creature?
Rather awful. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance. After consuming a large quantity of them,
Okay,
bitterness
Emir.
is all that
Have a
remains.
great night.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant food? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and order a whole table of food
Hey
and
Akumi.
eat it all in one go.
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain here in the future. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious, but should I return to the mountains,
I can't promise to
learning
not
for the
kill
frontier
everything
shall
that
only
moves.
pose an obstacle to my continued spiritual development. Sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
Return to the mountains. That proves it. Paimon knew she was an Adeptus.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the Rebuild the Jade Chamber competition! And now we're probably super behind because we've been held up for so long.
I see. I heard something about the contest when I was passing by.
Yep! You get to ask Ningguang any question you want if you win! Were you interested in the contest too, Shenhe?
I came for the rebuilding of the Jade Chamber, but until this point I had no intention of joining a contest. However, you have shown me your kindness.
Just let me
I would now
frickin'
like
go
to
to the
lend you
next
my
frickin'
assistance.
zone. I will kill
worry.
everyone in
I
this
ask for
city
nothing in
unless
return.
they let me go to the next frickin' zone. Seriously, game, how many hours do I have to wait?
Adeptus help out will make things a whole lot easier, so...
Then let's not delay. I have a plan.
Great! Paimon bets this is gonna be the awesomest plan ever!
I am not sure whether or to what extent this plan can be classified as awesome. I do, however, believe it will be highly effective. We simply need to dispose of everyone who is currently ahead of us.
Bye, Akumu.
Then, we alone shall become the victors.
Veto! That is not acceptable! Not by a long shot!
Yes, we kill the competitors.
But I hear that competition is
I like how she thinks.
conflict and one-upmanship.
Look, we want to win this competition fair and square, okay? Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils. Let's start at the top of the list and work down.
Competition is about making sure there is no one left to
I
compete.
was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's you.
Baiju, what are you doing out here?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a large batch of wound dressing. We're running low at the store, so I came out to fetch the ingredients personally.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to rebuild the Jade Chamber. Maybe for its first aid on site? I didn't ask, though. Far be it from me to pry into my customers' personal affairs. Oh, and she also borrowed Chi-Chi. Meaning Boo Boo Pharmacy is very short-handed right now. I don't suppose any of you are looking for part-time work by any chance?
I swear to
We've
Monolith.
got other stuff to do. While you're here, though, you seem to know a lot. Have you ever heard of something called Sunset Vermilionite?
Ah, the variety of plostrite used in the Jade Chamber, yes? There is some mention of it in the Seven Mountain Treatises. When activated, Sunset Vermilionite rises up all the way into the clouds. It's very rare indeed. As far as the records show, virtually all Sunset Vermilionite in existence has been mined and taken possession of. But the Feiyun Commerce Guild would know far more about this than I do.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Thanks, Baiju.
Tsar Monolith loads
Quite
Kalashnikov
welcome.
with zealous fervor.
Good luck to you all. And if there's anything further you need from me, just come to the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
So many medicines, but no cure for heartache.
If I am not to the next area by the time the stream hits 3 hours, I will crash out.
Traveler, please, over here. It has been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly? Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates are also indispensable when adventuring. Another person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
Yep, and it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
Ah, yes. I do have some information that may be of help
I
to
am
you.
actually so angry I
consult
can't
our
even focus
records.
on the anime women.
Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Blonde. Dress is all funny. It feels like Paimon's heard this one before.
I haven't been like legit angry while streaming yet.
Do you mean... Does that stranger's face look anything like hers?
Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya? Eye patches can't prove that you're related anyway.
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about the relationship between him and Mr. Kaya. Nonetheless, you can
I
look
will
for
make
him
it
if
so
you're interested.
Payman needs an eye
Perhaps
patch.
he might accept your commission instead. After all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, but be happy to accept a fellow adventurer's requests. And should this stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey. Please don't talk down on yourself like that. You are the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius, after all. Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city, even
Great,
now.
thanks.
Well, as to further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence. He stands guard at the city gate, so he may know something about that stranger.
I'm so sorry,
I wish
chat.
you every success, adventurer.
I'm just real mad and trying to get to the next place so I can actually level up people.
Honorary knight. Is something the matter? A stranger with an eye patch. Let me think. Oh yeah, I remember seeing someone like that. A blonde stranger dressed in unusual garb. He was wandering all over Mondstadt at first, which I found rather suspicious. So I decided to keep an eye on him for a while. I lost him pretty quickly. Still, I didn't think that this was such a huge matter that we needed our outrider to pursue him by air. As long as Master Jean is here, there's nothing to fear from some suspicious, unusual-looking person.
That might be true, but if it were up to Jean, she'd take this way more seriously.
That is true. But on the other hand, knowing that Master Jean may overreact to the situation is all the more reason to not tell her, no?
The person is sus.
Anyways,
We must vote them out.
He was at Wagner's smithy for a while before I tried tailing him. He might have said something to Wagner. You should go ask him. Maybe he has more news about our stranger.
What? You need something? Here, I remember him. He showed up a few days ago asking to buy a bunch of forging materials. Can't say I've heard of any of the materials he mentioned, though. He then had a look at the weapons in my shop before leaving. I've heard that he can be found drinking at the Angel's Share. If the Knights or the Guild want to get hold of him, that's the only place to be.
The Angel's Share? Well, Master Diluc probably has his eye on that stranger too, then. Anyway, let's go to the Angel's Share and have a look.
Don't do this game. You wouldn't do this to me. Not after all of this.
What will it be? Grape juice or apple cider?
Hey, Charles! Have you seen a blonde stranger who wears an eye patch around here by any chance?
That I have. He comes here every night. Just to drink, though. Doesn't order anything else. He even sometimes mixes his own drinks after he orders them. I don't know anything else about him, but from his selections and mixes, I'd say that he's quite the connoisseur.
And what's Master Diluc's opinion?
Why, I just gave it to you. Quite the connoisseur.
Investigating everything as always. Guess that's Diluc for you.
If you're looking for that gentleman, he ordered some new bottle of wine in advance yesterday. So he should be here today, too. There's too many raucous patrons on the first floor, so if you want to wait, best to go to the second.
It means someone who has good taste.
Who says... Have to use scissors to cut clothes. Leave those rigid rules behind.
Ah, welcome, sir. The wine that you previously ordered is here.
He's really here? Let's go downstairs and have a look. Wow, he's got no intention of paying us any mind, huh?
A traveler, you say? Why are you traveling?
So he is her brother, right? Ether or something like that.
Well, that's as good a reason as any. Sit down over there, then.
So, guess we've broken the ice. What a weird guy.
That little one beside you.
That's not true, and you know it.
It's indeed a good thing to have someone accompany you on your travels. My name's Dainsleif. I suppose you have some business with me?
Oh, he isn't.
Sure.
That is what she is. Though I rather demote her status to dead.
And he was so cold just a moment before. Paimon's got a bad feeling about this.
But I will require advance payment. 500 mora, and 3 answered questions. The 500 is a one-time fee, and we'll settle the questions in a moment.
Dude, 500, I really don't care. And I will demote you to dead as well, because I just know you are going to get me into trouble. Literally everyone in this game causes me some massive amount of trouble or tasks.
That's it.
Well, now Paimon's got a really bad feeling. That kind of compensation can't be right.
Ah, thank you. Now, as for my questions, I'd like you to answer them here and now. The answer to a question says nothing about right and wrong, only about differences in attitude. I only wish to know what your choices are. You need only answer. Question 1. The crisis Mondstadt faced was resolved by an alliance between yourself and that Animo Archon who calls himself Venti. I know everything that I should. Well, answer the question. Is that your answer? I see. Question number 2. Rex Lapis, who is
Yes, I did
defended
all the
Lyra
frickin'
Harbor
work.
for millennia on end, used his gnosis to lay down a contract to end all contracts, of which the stipulations are still unknown. Who do you think will defend Liyue Harbor in the future, now that they've lost their deity? So that's your answer? I see. Now for my final question. This world has people who gained visions, and those who did not. Which of the two do you think hold more importance?
I
in the
really
eyes
don't
of the
care,
gods?
Suka.
So, this is your answer then? I understand. As I thought, you really are similar to him. I'll take that 500 mora. And now I also understand your views on this world. As we agreed, you may now commission me. That said, I only take commissions related to the Abyss Order. Like you, I am currently on a journey. You intend to find your sibling, while I wish to oppose the Abyss.
I don't even care anymore. This guy is going to get me into trouble and nothing will happen as a result.
Are the fangs and claws by which the Order spreads chaos in this world. I have come to Mondstadt this time while on the trail of an Abyss Herald.
An Abyss Herald?
An even more twisted abyssal being. One that commands the Abyss Mages.
Oh, that's right! We've just been fighting against the Fatui and Liyue, who are human too! We haven't encountered the non-human Abyss Order at all!
There's some reason behind that, I'm afraid. It's possible that they may have been under orders to avoid your path.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Maybe they're looking for a better time to ambush us or something.
The point of the game is we are trying to find our brother. I'm like 100% sure he is evil now. And no one knows who he is, but they keep sending me to the next place. To do a ton of stuff, and then get sent to the next place. And then the next one. I'm seriously about to crash out.
We're super duper strong!
That manner, it's just like his. Well then, let's go see for ourselves, shall we? According to the leads I have on hand, the Abyss Order has re-infiltrated the temple. Let's meet up at the temple. Perhaps your questions about the Abyss will be answered there.
Okay, so the story sucks because of the stuff involving the player character. It has some great moments and characters.
If I take a back alley, I shouldn't get caught buying alcohol.
Come in, take a seat. We have a few specials today. The animal art.
But the player character has less character than a plank of wood. You do things, and then the end is just some random person solving the problem. And there are also the things where you wreck the boss, and then there is a cutscene where you get destroyed.
The criteria for certificate exams are straightforward enough. What it really comes down to is whether you are willing to put in the time. If you study and practice, then it's really not all that
Also,
difficult.
characters actively get you into more issues. And characters who try to kill you, then they don't even change, are just ignored, or we are chill with them in the very next scene. We stand there while the villain does an hour-long monologue of all of their plans, fail to stop them, and do nothing about the plans we just learned of. And not to mention payment.
If I take a back alley, I shouldn't get caught buying alcohol.
Games need to stop making a companion character that talks for you through the entire story. No matter what, they get annoying. Cayman. Ordis in Warframe. There are others, but I'm too angry to think of them. Yes, the little flying shit I want to drown.
If I take a back alley, I shouldn't get caught buying alcohol.
Anything the Knights can do for you? Come in, take a seat. We have a few specials today at Angel Go ahead and pick up some new pieces from Schultz's blacksmith.
Like literally right here in this street, I have about 50 ways to kill her. It is bad when in a game you are actively looking for ways to kill a character anywhere you go.
Come in, take a seat. We have a few specials today at Angel Share. Go ahead and pick up some new pieces.
The blonde hair character can talk apparently, but like only does it one time so far.
If I take a back alley, I shouldn't get caught buying alcohol.
Come in, take a seat.
If the Arataki gang stirs up any trouble, I'll drag every last one of them back to apologize.
Silent protagonists are great, but this game does it bad.
Anything the Knights can do? Come in, take a seat. We have a few specials today at Angel Share.
The good qualities of the game are there is some fun quests. The map is amazing. The combat is fun. And they anime women and men. That is it for me.
If I take it back, Allie, I shouldn't get caught buying alcohol.
May the Animal Archon protect you.
You gotta try Dawn Winery's Dandelion wine.
Go ahead and pick up some new pieces from Schultz's blacksmith.
I was going to get to the next location. Have a nice and relaxing writing session. Make mac and cheese. Then work on the stream. Now I'm just so mad I can't.
This abandoned temple does bear some marks of the abyss. The falcon of the west. Though it can soar in the wind, it ultimately does naught but hover under the light of the gods.
This frick is probably my brother.
Oh, it's nothing. Let's head inside.
Okay, for my own health I'm just going to skip all dialogue. I actually don't have a cryo character. So amazing.
The scent of the abyss is getting stronger. It's not far now.
Paimon wonders what the Abyss Heralds look like. Do they look something like the Abyss Mages?
I'm going to lose
Let's
it.
head further in first. If we do see that creature, that'll spare me the explanation either way.
Also, for most quests you get some random crap you don't actually want.
Bring it!
I am the cutting edge of fashion.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Do your worst.
You're in for a little shock.
Flee!
Hello, guy.
Bring it!
Surrender and be gentle.
We shall prevail! Do your worst!
I'm also super sorry for anyone that joined recently. I'm in the middle of a crash out. So each character has different abilities and stuff. And elements. Different elements can combine to be powerful.
If you really like standing around like this, then why don't you just model for me? I'll design some wonderful clothes for
This
you.
is Kiori. She is a Gyo character. She is one of my favorites and has my best gear. This is Zalonin. She is also Gyo. I mostly use her for traveling, but she does a lot of damage. This is Candice. She is water. Like Gyo's rock and earth. And this is Lisa. She is electric. So, when I do electric and water, it does a lot of damage. And then Kiori and Zalonin are the characters I use the most. Then I add in the water and electric between attacks. I think there is a max level. I'm never going to see it. I won't play this enough.
Let's hear the echoes of the valley. Delicate as silk. Yield.
Come a little.
Flee. Grant us your blessing.
Just a few abyss mages? Seems like that herald might have already left. The abyss. It is chaos, that. And the creature.
You seem to...
I suppose that judging by the perhaps we...
Okay, if I can't go to the next area anytime soon, I will crash out by 2. Like, don't get me wrong, the game is awesome. Like, just look at the map. It is Jasper. And Nana is so nice. It really is. Exploring is so fun. I hate playing story quests like, oh my god. I literally just want to upgrade some characters. Don't know. I have to do 50 quests first that take hours.
what's up ahead? We should meet up with him quick, in case the wolves decide they don't like him.
Lord of Wolvendom, great Wolf King of the North, sharp of fang and keen of claw, and yet dwelling here only. No, I only know these. All right, let's go.
Well, where do we
Indeed, knowing what I do.
Do you think that those monsters by the bonfire are under the Abyss Order's control? Looks kind of scary. Let's beat them up first.
Come a little closer.
Lend me a hand.
Whew, that's that. Let's go check out that bonfire. Looks like this bonfire's also got something to do with the Abyss. And there's another one of those bonfire spells! Yikes! Where did these monsters pop out from? Let's clear them out, and quick!
Let's go, Tomato. Delicate as silk. Do your worst. Heep, hop. Hit. Flee. Hip. Hua. He. Hit.
Have you finished searching?
Why are we so
I
tiny?
searched around these parts, but they were left behind by a... It seems we should leave as well. No. Let's get a move on that.
Okay, if this isn't done by 3 hours 30 minutes into the stream, I will just end stream. I forgot there is a frickin' shield. LOL.
We should take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit. Hear the echoes of the valley. Do your worst. Hit. Hit.
Let me take note of this.
I've heard about what happened to you, but I suppose, in fact, the first time I laid eyes upon the ruin. Don't think too much about it. Do you remember if the Abyss Order is interested in this location? Let's go see what the situation is.
Look! There are lots of monsters gathered over there.
I am the cutting edge of fashion. Letting brave names echo. Flee. We shall prevent.
Delicate as silk.
Let the mountain's veins boil. Do your work.
Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock.
Bring it. Flee.
Drops of color. Scatter!
Letting brave names echo.
I didn't bring fire.
Grant us your blessing. closer. You've been a naughty boy. Surrender and I'll be gentle. I am the cutting edge of fashion. Let the mountain's veins boil. Let's go, Tomato. Bring it.
Oh, so in the end, we still couldn't find that Abyss Herald. Bummer.
I didn't know that the
I wouldn't
water
call
frick
not
heals
having to
them.
gaze upon such a
I was
creature
trying to
a
use it to get
shame
electric
exempted.
combo.
Still, I do. How good it would be if all perils one encounters in their journeys could simply be solved by going. Once upon a time, yes. I simply have experience from adventuring together with that traveling companion.
You know, Dane, you keep talking
Okay,
about that,
and as
but
per usual, this guy isn't helping.
No long. I'm afraid that
Oh.
I still have.
Hey! Either way, we should settle down in a place where the...
Home. Well, it won't be too late to think about where you stay. While you're still traveling, you should.
Huh? What's familiar?
A familiar feeling, you say? It could be someone you know well. Or whichever it is, we should see it for ourselves, and thus see clearly. We can reach the top of that cliff from over there. Let's...
Oh, Dane moves really fast, doesn't he? Let's use that wind current nearby to catch up.
Can you still sense that familiar feeling that you spoke of earlier?
Push me off the edge. End this torment.
But it doesn't feel like there's anything around here.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything strange about this place. It doesn't look any different from the last time. My traveling companion brought me here on our previous journey. Me? I merely followed my traveling companion around on that journey. That's all there was to it. Huh? A ruin guard's footprint. A ruin guard was wandering around here? No peace to be found, even for a single dandelion.
What's gotten into you? You were just spacing out. Huh? You mean your brother? But how could that be?
Yeah, memories.
You only touched that dandelion for a second.
Yep.
Perhaps that dandelion bears some sort of scent that only you recognize. As for why, has it perhaps experienced something related to you?
You're saying some real confusing...
Do not rush. Vexation and anxiety are the enemy of rational thought. At least you now know that he is, at this time, the most important thing is the journey to find him itself. Yes, and this is something you must keep in mind as the meaning behind your journey. May you find your kin at the end of that journey. Well then,
I'm
let
sorry
us
for
part
your
ways
lost
here
key.
for now.
Huh? You're leaving? Already?
Only for now. Don't worry, we will meet again. After all, I did take 500 Mora and those 3
I will
answers
crash
you
out
gave
before the Nyaspa. The 60 primos is good. I don't need to explore, I need to complete these damn quests. Okay, like, what do I do to get to that area across the sea? No payment is going to be brutally murdered. Thank you for 278 subs. Okay, I already did the Liu quest. So is there a boat I take, or do I have to keep doing quests? Because if I have to keep doing quests, I'm going to massively crash out. Wait, so this specific quest gets me there, right? Alright, now I'm crashing out. I actually can't
Who
take this,
says
oh
you
my
have to use
god.
scissors to cut clothes? Leave those rigid rules behind. I much prefer using my own cutting tools. If you really like
I will
standing
ask
around
chat
like
if I
this,
need help on something. But I also already have nearly the entire map. So I am fine.
then why don't you just...
Okay, I can't keep going today. This is making me so angry. I will be better next time. I have a Discord if you want to be updated on the next stream. Thank you anyone who subscribed, chatted, or lurked. I hope you have an amazing day or night. You got games on your phone?